Let me de-drag and give you a tip as a full-time business babe drag entertainer. Not everyone is going to agree with me in the drag world about what I'm going to say. And as a smart business owner, I recommend that you always remember that there are so many different factors to your decisions. On one end, you're going to have a lot of the bitches that, of course, and I agree with, you're going to say, get your money, get paid. I was hired to do this gig. I don't care if the show was canceled. I don't care if nobody showed up. I don't care if 100 people showed up. I get paid for what I was booked to do. And you know, that bad bitch mentality is very important to have. It just is, point blank. However, let's talk about a smart business owner tip. Okay. Now, venues that you have longevity with, like, I'm talking 2 to 4 years is great, but like 4+ years. Some venues I even have 9 to 10 years that I've been working at or more. And let me tell you, not everything is going to be perfect all the time. There's a mutual understanding and respect that entertainers and business owners, if they're on good terms, should have. Just as venues, good relationships with venues would recognize if you did an amazing job and it was super sold out for a night and crazy busy, or you've been there for so long, they might give you a bonus, or they might, be nice and give you food or a larger tab, or bring your friends in and we'll treat them, or something like that. That's a good relationship building, but it has to be on the other end. Ultimately, both parties, both businesses are trying to make money for each other. And sometimes it's out of control of both parties when shows are a flop or they're just not working. So tonight, for example, I've been with this venue for 3 years this December. I'm there twice a month during Pride season, Halloween. I'm there maybe an extra 1 to 3 times a month, depending on what we schedule to put on. And it was a flop tonight. It was kind of a problem on both of our ends, because we should have learned from the last 2 years that after a Monday holiday, the show on Tuesdays doesn't do very well. And instead of coming in and demanding my full amount of pay and saying, well, I don't care that nobody showed up, this is what you're going to pay me, which is normally what I would say if this was a new venue, or if this was like a tester, or they didn't take my advice on how to produce the show or promote the show, or they didn't help. But sometimes shit just happens. And so instead, without missing a beat, I said, hey, I think we're going to have to call the show. I'm sorry. They're like, hey, it's slow and dead all over town. No harm, no foul. Thank you for still coming. Why don't we get you some food? And they were going to pay me. And I said, no, don't pay me. I'm sorry, it's a flop too. Give me gas money. Give me enough money for gas. Get me the meal tonight for coming. And, we'll pick up next week. Now, some of you might be sitting there and be like, wow, she has the privilege to do that. No. If you know anything about me, I meticulously plan out financially each and every month what I'm making, how much I'm making, so that everything contributes to the expenses that I have to pay every single time. And this is a hard hit. It's a great paying show. It's part of my income for the week. I'm taking the next 2 days off, which is really rare for me. But I know logically that as a good business owner, my relationship with this venue values more. And being there almost 3 years means that for the first time in 3 years, it was so dead we couldn't do the show, which has never happened before. So instead of, taking money away from the venue who's already not making money, and instead of making sure that I'm not in the hole more because I did get to create content and things like that, I asked for gas money. They gave me a little bit more than that, and I got a free meal out of it. The relationship is strong. It's bonded. I get to come back next week, and it just ensures that we're working together. It's a healthy relationship. It's not consistent. It's never happened. It's just what you do. And so that's why I'm saying for the girlies out there, the entertainers out there that are adamant about getting their coin, I completely see where you're coming from. However, the successful girlies, the successful entertainers, the kings, queens, and in-betweens, your partnership with your venue is going to be one of the most valuable things that you can create for the longevity of your business. One of. So next time you're thinking about being a bitch and popping off at the staff, when everybody has done their part because you didn't get your full pay for a night that you called it quits and the venue had to call it because nobody showed up, you probably won't be asked back. Or your time might be shortened there. Just a suggestion. Working with somebody, being a little bit kind can go a long way. And that is your story from the evening and your business bitch full entertainer tip of the day. Follow for more.